What is going on, gamers? Today's video is clearly on Vigor, and if you don't know what Vigor is, it is basically a similar game to Tarkov, but it's on console specifically. But in my opinion, Vigor is one of the most underrated games in 2022 and has been underrated for a little bit, but it only came out in 2019, so it obviously still has room to blossom and grow. And as we can see, there's a lot of games that take a long time to develop to its best potential, but still in the form that Vigor is in, I personally think it's fun enough to be popular and a well talked about game in the console community at least. Now Vigor is in season 12, and honestly, as a Vigor player, this has been a pretty good season. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about what Vigor even is. In the simplest and most boiled down terms, Vigor is a game where you have a shelter that you spawn into when you load in, and in that shelter there's lots of upgrades you want to get by certain resources that you'll find in the game or in your shelter where it produces. Now in the game, you bring in stuff from your shelter like weapons and heals and other consumables that you bring into the encounter, and that stuff is able to actually be lost like in Tarkov and in other games, to where if you die, you don't keep what you get. But you also can find a lot of valuable stuff in the encounters that you can take into your inventory that has a limited size, but still, in my opinion, it's a big haul that you can bring in. And what you can do is you can kill players that are in the encounters, go to POIs, and overall bring in stuff back to your shelter to overall upgrade your whole shelter and basically get you better weapons and better consumables. Now you want to get these resources in the game and in the encounters, because what you can do is you can upgrade your shelter, which can ultimately build you weapons. It can build you mortar strikes or armor and other things like that that can A, be like funny troll things, or B, they can be very advantageous and help you get more and more loot. So basically everything you get in the encounter, whether it's from a building or from a player or a POI, it's gonna help you upgrade something and overall allow you to get better things in the future. Now with all these gameplay characteristics that are easy to get used to and also are super fun, it makes you wonder why, when it got a boom in January of 2021, why that didn't stick, especially when games like DayZ has had a solid viewership over the years. Obviously it's a different game, but it's the same publisher or developer company. It's Bohemian Interactive, but you have games like DayZ and Escape from Tarkov that had a humongous boom in January of 2021, and with Vigor being a very similar game but on console, which is basically the Tarkov of console, and it's easier kind of to get into. I mean, I'm not crapping on Tarkov at all. Obviously it's a great game, but if for the console players and players in general, it's just a lot easier to get a hold on to and play a lot. But obviously what it looks like is maybe the game is just different because of like the shooting style and the fact that you're on controller. There's a lot of recoil, which makes it like realistic, but it also makes it hard to actually play and kill people. And with a really aggressive one-tap headshot, I mean, it could really tilt some people. Now what a lot of people don't know is that this game is kind of meant to be shot in third person, especially when you're in a fight. You can obviously pick off someone in first person and get a nasty little headshot and still get the job done in first person. But overall, the recoil is so hard to manage. It honestly is easier to get used to shooting in third person and not adjusting the recoil, but actually getting control of the recoil is easier, in my opinion, in third person. That's a lot of ways you can get kills easier in this game. So, but with only it being really the aiming I can really think of in the shooting that would turn people away from this game, I couldn't understand it being the running, just because games like DayZ and PUBG have a huge fan base, but also have like interesting running animations and styles. So it makes me wonder, or it makes me think that it's really not that, but probably more along the shooting style. But also maybe it's just marketing. Maybe it's not a lot of people see this game. So if you see this video and it makes you think about Vigor or see its little potential that you may think of, then I did my job, because Vigor is a super fun game and it got some recognition back in 2021, but it shortly died out right after that, and games like Tarkov continue to thrive, and it made me just wonder what is going on with this game that people aren't connecting with. So if you haven't tried out Vigor, definitely try it out, and if you have tried out Vigor and left it, try out Season 12. I'm having a great time on Jurston. I'm using the Remy, which is an insane shotgun, and the shotguns are really the meta this season, and it may sound, don't let it deter you. I know double pump shotguns Fortnite, you'll hear the meta of a game and you'll instantly hate it without even ever playing it. And honestly, the shotguns in this game are super fun, as well as having a ton of guns to choose from that are really kind of I wouldn't say, a lot of people will be like, oh, certain guns aren't balanced, but overall you have a lot of guns that you can actually work with and get kills, whether it's the high end or low end guns. So it's a great time to jump in. It's a great game to actually play, and it's actually super fun. And like I said, it's the Tarkov of consoles, so I don't know how it's not at least getting 1,000 viewers when Tarkov is getting 100,000 viewers. And there's a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there's people that are streaming it all the time. There's videos out on it. I'm always putting videos out on it. I like doing gameplay videos, so I'm not always doing informative videos, but I like doing a plethora of things. But if you guys want to check out some gameplay, definitely check it out on my channel. But that's all I got for you guys. Check out yourself some Vigor. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, hit that subscribe button and join the Discord. I'm always trying to grow our community here, but that's all I got.